All right, what's up, everybody? How y'all feeling today? I'm shouting. That's right. It's your boy House.
What's up, it's Hawk back again.
I'm ready.
What's up, guys? Do well.
It's Riceboii, always ready.
Everybody, it's Zay here, first time.
All right, and we are the One Piece panel, OP panel. What's up? How's everybody doing today? This is the OP panel where we talk about everything One Piece, that is, from the new line to the grand line to your mother line to somewhere else line, man. I don't know what I'm saying half the time. But anywho, it's always a pleasure to be here. Lovely to have wonderful co-hosts who come back, support, and talk at One Piece. It's a great time. It's a fun time. As you all can see, it's a lot of returning faces. And of course, we got one great new face, my boy Pirate King Zay. What's up, what's up? Let me ask you real quick, like we ask everybody here. What got you into One Piece? How did you start off One Piece, basically? Like, where'd you find it? How'd you get into it? Go for it.
Well, back in the day when it was hard to like find the manga panels, I had this thing called Manga Panda, and I remember it was New Year's Eve 2011. I think I just started randomly reading one of the Fishman Island arcs, and I just fell in love. I was like, "What the hell is going on?" So then I started back and I started watching manga and anime. It was a clip from there. I was in love instantly. Hody Jones. I remember it was the manga panel when Luffy punched Hody Jones while underwater with Fire Fist. I was like, it's interesting. What is this?
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I like that. As I say, you started at the best point.
Yeah.
Because it literally only goes up from there. Literally, if you go back, it gets better. If you go forward, it gets better. Because Hody was definitely the worst. We're gonna get to that one day too. Like, Hody was the worst villain.
Just straight racist.
It's not Hody's fault, bro. He's the first time skip villain. The first time skip villain always gets it the worst.
Like, is it racist if they racist against you first? It's still racism.
It could go both ways.
It's like an extremist Black Panther, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not helping the situation by being racist and throwing water bullets. Like, I'm wrong, but you're wrong. Like, come on now. Yeah.
Just as wrong.
Two wrongs don't make it right. Two wrongs don't make it right.
And that's exactly how you say it right there. Thanks for coming through, Power King. Zay, we appreciate it, Holly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and with that being said, man, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. You know, me being distracted as always, that's just how I go. Let's just jump right into it. First topic, we actually didn't get a chance to get to this topic last time. I'm very skeptical about this one myself, and this is basically who will take Mihawk's title of the greatest swordsman in the world. Your boy Mihawk right here. Okay, rocking the goddamn. All right, I forgot this man had 6 packs. This is doing too much, bro. Like, I still remember when we first seen Oh Boy, Baratier arc. We getting Sanji. We didn't even know we was getting Sanji yet. They're literally in the middle of a fight with Don Krieg. Oh Boy comes sailing on a boat out of nowhere. Of course, Don Krieg and his remaining crew flee, pissing their pants, shitting their pants, because this is the man who fucked up their whole fleet in the Grand Line to begin with. And now this man went out of his way to hunt them down back to East Blue. This man is pressed.
Just because he was bored. He was bored.
Exactly.
Super fucking pressed.
Ain't nothing else to do.
Like, literally zero things to do. Zoro identified him as the greatest swordsman on Earth, on the planet. Hawkeye Mihawk. Is his first name Dracula, or am I making that up?
Dracula.
Dracula.
Dracula, Hawkeye Mihawk. Like, there's too many eyes and hawks and vampire shit going on there. I'm gonna throw it to you first, Zay. So, in terms of being the greatest swordsman, we all know that's Hawkeye's title. Who do you think, from your experience of reading and watching it, One Piece, who do you think is going to take his title?
I think, honestly, Oda loves his twists, you know? Oda loves his twists. Zoro it's his dream. Oda loves Zoro and Luffy, so we know Zoro eventually is going to do it. Right. But I think it's going to be Shiryu, Blackbeard's right-hand man with the invisible fruit. He's going to sneak attack Mihawk where he can't see him. Because his whole thing is eyes, and Chiryu's whole thing is invisibility. Plus some hockey, who knows? That's a twist I can see. Like Zoro has to avenge his master and really earn it. Like he'll never win against his master, so it'll always be like a shame on him. But you know, like I think there's gonna be a twist.
I like the sound of it. It's especially with the play he was talking about, where like he's invisible, the always about his eye, Hawkeye, Mihawk, like
yeah. What are you gonna do? You can't see.
That makes sense. I like the sound of that. Right. So who you got taking the crown from Mihawk?
I was gonna go with Zoro at the end of the day, you know, cause like, yeah, you know, when it comes to the swordsman, everybody just be getting whooped by Zoro when it comes to the swordsman.
That for me,
like,
you're
right, cause like for some reason every swordsman Zoro goes against, he just be whooping them, and then like some of them don't be real swordsmen, they just be people with swords.
That's a great question. Like, what the hell is a swordsman in One Piece?
Cause like, I'm gonna say one thing about the Fishman Island arc. That dude with the octopus dude.
Yeah,
I don't believe he might have been a swordsman, but to me, he's just a strong guy with 8 swords.
Same thing about Big Mom.
Oh yeah, that's somebody swinging a sharp stick.
Yeah, that. But that's all I have, Zoro.
Didn't Oda release like a panel of like all the swordsmen and like Shanks? Like he just did it. Like it was like Shanks, Roger, all these people who are.
Yeah, I give it to Rogers and like Rayleigh.
It's like
maybe not Big Mom.
It's some old school niggas. Those old school niggas with, like, that's all they fought with back then was cutlasses and shit. like even fucking Whitebeard had that big ass thing. I'm pretty sure whenever we get a flashback with Rocks in it, we gonna run into, like, I bet money Rocks was using double blades.
Yeah,
he looked like the type of man to have brass knuckles. I don't know. When I think of Rocks, I think of just
rocking your
the
shit.
Dirtiest grind.
Black Air Force.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Just
Okay.
Black
Force.
Air Force energy.
Word. Okay, that's nice. All right. Anybody got like all right, so we got Zoro on the board. We got Shuri on the board. Anybody got a different take on who could take it from Mihawk? Any Vista fans in the house?
What? Vista's not even a fan of Vista.
Hey, I actually like Vista though.
Next you're gonna say you like Jozu.
Oh, I do like Jozu though.
What is this?
Diamond shoulder, glass jaw.
Diamond shoulder.
Never fails.
All right. Doflamingo is pretty hard. Anyone could have got caught up in that. Jozu's still pretty strong.
Yeah.
Through that whole iceberg.
So my whole thing with the Mihawk title is because I feel like a lot of people's it's obvious pre-time skip it was going to be Zoro who takes the crown from him, but then for the time skip he spent 2 years with Mihawk training under Mihawk, and I don't know, it's just something in anime history where it happened very, very seldomly. Oh yeah, big SAT words. It's happened very seldomly, but where we've had like the mentor fight the student in a serious capacity, because you know whoever takes the title, it's gonna be blood. It's not gonna be you bested me. That was a good one. You got the title, bro. It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be straight blood, and it's hard because like the whole build-up for Zoro was, for the whole series, has been getting to Mihawk, but then he gets trained by him. And then I just thought like, there's no way it's going to be Mihawk that he's going to take the title from, because like I feel like that would be the final fight, if not the second to the last fight. And I don't see them about to fight Blackbeard and his crew, because I feel like that's going to be the final fight after Marines, after King Emu and all them bastards. Blackbeard's crew has been built out throughout the series, so they have to be the final fight. And I can't see Mihawk just pulling up on Zoro before then, like, hey, you gonna fight me though, right?
I see what you mean.
Okay.
Mihawk's kind of his own thing, right? He's his own entity. He's not with the world government.
Right.
When is he ever going to come into direct contact with the Straw Hats? Because it's looking like he's a subordinate of Shanks. So
I want to say that.
Like, but you gotta remember, Zoro a killer, bro. Like Zoro, I could definitely see him saying like, I want to be the title. So we gotta fight, put our lives on the line for it. So, Zoro, one of the registered killers on the Straw Hat crew. I could see him just still going for it though.
Right.
But I don't know. I think maybe with that whole King of Hell, I think maybe he'll have his own title, and I think if not Shiryu, maybe Mihawk just kind of like get off the board and he just like fuck it. Because I don't know, you can't let Mihawk live if you do dirt shit. Because eventually, you got to get him off the board.
Right, and yeah. So that's kind of Hawk. How you feel about this whole thing? Greatest swordsman, all that stuff.
I don't know. I feel like we're kind of still, kind of what Riceboii said. We're kind of still figuring out who's actually swordsman versus who's, just using swords. We really started to discover that in Wano, or is it Wano? Excuse me, Wano.
Yeah, Wano.
So I don't know. All the swordsmen we just kind of seen have now been all in Wano. Before that, probably the earliest, of course, is Mihawk. Second is probably Vista. Third is probably Ryuma. So I mean, Zoro, he had some experience fighting the previous, greatest swordsman. It was a zombie, but he got some experience with that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Eventually, it will have to be Zoro, but how it's going to be, I don't know. I kind of disagree with Summer Hoodie. I don't think Zoro. Yeah, he used to be a killer, but he's also shown restraint. On what's that? The snow chick, was it Monet?
A Harpy shorty.
Oh yeah, Monet. You got it.
Is it Monet? Yeah, Monet. Yeah.
Remember, he ain't really respect her though. Like he ain't even see her as a threat.
The Bounty Hunter Island when he went up against 100 guys, he didn't kill a single person. Defeated all of them. That's what's
back of the sword every time.
Back of the sword.
Oh, I feel like we're still discovering it. Eventually, I have to think it'll be Zoro, but kind of like what Zay said too. I mean, it might be a twist because, like I said, Mihawk. Nobody really knows this man. This man just on a little boat somewhere in the world, doing this thing, and we don't know where he's even at right now. With the Marines pulled up on his island, he got on a boat, went out there. So, So
he definitely take care of them.
For sure.
Yeah, that's the last we heard of him. So we don't know where he pulling up, because from what it seemed like, Mihawk don't really care about the world's affairs. Really, he just looking for the challenge, is what it seems like. And Joel, I'm gonna toss it to you. What you feel about this whole swordsman greatest title?
I mean, part of me kind of feel a little cheated. We don't really see Zoro and Mihawk fight because, Mihawk is like the benchmark that's been established since the beginning of the series. But I don't know. At the same time, we also really don't know much about Mihawk. So I really feel like Oda could introduce something about his past that could put him in conflict with Zoro. Wow. But it's so late in the game. It's really hard to say. Him going against Zoro. Zoro going against who was the guy's name again from Blackbeard?
Shiryu,
yeah. Him killing Mihawk, that would give him motivation to become the world's greatest swordsman. But since the Straw Hats do have to go against Blackbeard's crew at some point, so I do like that idea. But I'm still trying to figure out how it's gonna come together. Right now with the Shishu, the guy being abolished right now, everything's fair game right now. So.
Yeah, because I get that, because it doesn't seem like Shiryu has or at least we haven't heard any passion from Shiryu about being the world's greatest swordsman. Matter of fact, the only people who we've actually heard it from was Zoro, and Mihawk has that title, and we haven't heard it from anyone else. And so it would be random, and Blackbeard's whole thing is devil fruit, and Mihawk doesn't have one. So going after him doesn't seem to be something, unless they link it together somehow. But it doesn't seem like Mihawk going after Blackbeard and Blackbeard going after Mihawk doesn't seem to be a thing.
So I got a question about that though. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
It just seems that Blackbeard is anti-Shanks and Mihawk is Team Shanks. I think Blackbeard's crew is gonna murk Shanks. Ooh. And then that's how they're going to come into contact with each other.
Off principle.
That's how you feel about
it. Principle.
So where do y'all think they're going though? Because even if Mihawk wipes the people that came to his island out, they know where you live. So you think he's going to go with Shanks just to, I don't know, give himself some breathing room? Or you think this man just going to be on the seas just, well, damn, since y'all come from my home, I'm just hitting any Marine ship I see.
I was kind of, yeah.
all the Shichibukai are vulnerable. So like they're joining up with Yonkos. Like Jinbei's joining up with Luffy. What is Buggy doing? He's running away. The Weevil's going after Blackbeard and Luffy, so he's probably gonna be on Big Mom's side. You know, you just at this point, the final war is like next arc, y'all. So you can see where the allegiances are.
True. Hawk, what you got on that?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Zay. I would kind of see Shanks. I mean, not Shanks. Mihawk going to visit Shanks because I mean he's did it in the past. You know, he pulled up on Shanks in the island and said, "Oh, here's your boy Luffy. Look what he's doing." So maybe he has Shanks' Viva card or something like that. You know, I think the craziest twist on the show would be, and maybe not as crazy, if it was actually Shanks and Mihawks versus the Straw Hats in the end, because you know you have Yasopp versus Usopp, Shanks versus Luffy, Zoro versus Mihawk. And I don't know what other people fit in. I mean, the Red Hats, they some bad dudes as we know. I mean, they about to smoke. So I don't know.
That's ultimate old head energy when you think about it. Just like before I really give you the seal of approval, me and my man's gonna beat your ass. Whatever come of that, whatever come of that.
It come of it. Like, but can you whoop my ass though? Yo, you king of pirates, huh, nigga? Okay, I feel that. All right, so yeah, that's a lot to ponder on, right there. With that being said, we're gonna jump ship on that one because that one's is a toughie, and it does lead to more things. I like what you said too, Zay, where it's like lines are being drawn, in the sand. Like it's time to pick a side. It's like whether you like it or not, you're part of the end now. Like this is the end game shit, and you're a part of it now. So yeah, I like that. So that sounds good. All right, with that being said, we're gonna jump to the next one. And I don't know how some of y'all feel about y'all dads. I was pretty close with mine growing up, but you might already know. Shut up, Mal. You made a face like what? What? But like, there's been a mixed bag of when it comes to dads in One Piece, ranging from some good ones and like people who just got did dirt, especially like my boy, I think his name was Kairos from Dressrosa, getting turned into a doll and fucking like having your family forget you, having your daughter not remember who you was, the whole city that you held down, forget what you was in an instant for, what was it, 5, 10 years, 7 years, something like that? Like 8 years or some shit. It was like 5 to 10 years. It was too damn long.
Dumb long, yeah.
So we got great dads, and we're gonna touch on them one day because they deserve some props. I'm not even gonna lie, they deserve some props. Today though, we talking about scum. We talking about horrible fucking niggas. We talking about the dads who clearly did not give a fuck about their pregnant girlfriends. Like, I need to know, like, in your opinion, who is the worst dad in One Piece? I only got a few of them right here on this tier list. I think up top is the good ones, and then at the bottom we got scum fucks, like the worst dads in One Piece. And I agree with a good amount of these, to be honest. It's like anybody already got one off the top of the head? Because I'll be honest, I know who I want. Joel, I'm gonna throw it to you, Joel.
Yeah, for me, the obvious one is 100% Judge. Like
Judge,
garbage man has been experimenting on his children from the jump.
I don't know, man.
He's a Nazi.
Did somebody say he's a Nazi?
Yeah. They are Power Ranger Nazis. That's what they are. Oh.
I would like this for somebody to elaborate on that one. I want to hear that.
Swastika and everything. He's a Nazi, man.
Swastika,
the
German 66.
That's the same thing, man. This is where he tied it all together.
Absolutely,
bro.
Yeah.
That's horrific.
Treated Sanji like shit his whole life. Made him come back to get married for the sake of his family. Still talking shit throughout the whole entirety of Hope's family. Sanji saved his ass and was still talking shit. I was like, bro, get out of here, yo. Like,
they helped him escape. They helped Luffy and them escape, though. Redemption is coming. It seems like.
I hope there's coming, but he ain't gonna forget about the past, though.
never forget. He remind me of it's like Judge reminds me of Endeavor from My Hero Academia. They got the same vibes going on.
Same energy. Yeah, I get
same
that.
Energy for sure. It's like, they trying to make superior children.
They exchange parenting tips in the group chat.
Yeah.
Like shit, they want superior children so they can go out, not only be the best, but also build upon the empire that I started, which makes sense to me. I don't know. I'm a dad myself, so I understand that. And so like I already know a couple of y'all are gonna say Judge, and I know a lot of y'all feel like Kaido is, but I'm gonna go ahead and debunk those right now. Because I was like, hey, I don't know, if I got an empire I built, I need my children to be as ruthless, as powerful, even more ruthless, even more powerful than I. And I need them to make sure they maintain that going forward. And you know what we're not gonna do that with? We're not gonna do that with friendship. We're not gonna do that with bubblegum candy.
Wow.
What is it? Sea salt flavored ice cream. That's a Kingdom Hearts reference. Yo, Hawk, who you feeling like taking the crown for the worst daddy in One Piece?
I probably have to say, Judge as well. I mean, everybody else on the list, you kind of got a bunch of Jings on the list. You know, your Jings would be Yasop. He just said, hey, I want to be a pirate. Best of luck to you, man. I'm out. You know, if we meet up, we meet up.
And his wife gave him permission.
Yeah.
Not his wife gave him permission. Pretty sure she thought he was coming back. I'm gonna go ahead and slide in.
It makes it better. I always forgive.
Yeah.
Since we on this topic,
I'ma holla at you.
You actually just said mine. Number one worst dad in One Piece. Because you know who was there? Judge was there. Sanji ran away. Kaido, he made sure his child stayed. Yamamoto stayed on deck. I don't care if it's by choice or not. He made sure Yamamoto was protected.
In a prison by prison guards.
With explosive handcuffs.
This man left his child and his wife, or his girlfriend. I don't even know if that was his wife. He said, yo, shawty, your long nose, my long nose, we got great genes.
First of all, let's be very real. If like, hold up, I'm trying to think of like a comparison. If like somebody famous, like I don't fucking know, like somebody real with clout, like Shanks just say, hey, bro,
let's call Drake.
Come with me.
Let's say Drake pop up at the house one day. You're an expiring artist. Drake
just say, hey, bro, come with me. I think you're the best. You're not gonna consider it?
Not my man. No. The problem is because pursuing greatness is one thing, but my man ain't said near not a carrier pigeon. He probably don't even know his baby mama dead after all these years. He ain't never visit. He ain't send no money for Usopp. Usopp was poor. They never. You know what? If you remember back on Usopp Village, I think it's Serp Village.
Yeah,
think back. Yeah. Do you remember where Usopp lived when he was on the island? Exactly. He didn't live nowhere. What was he
had a rich girl though. He was
crawling in a rich girl's tree and he was sleeping in it. He ain't have no. He was homeless. Nobody thinks about this.
And he was dusty too.
What'd you say?
He was mad dusty. He had no.
And he ain't showered.
Hey.
How long has he been wearing them overalls? Every season, everybody get a new fit. Usopp stay with the overalls. Come on, son.
Hey, come on. Y'all acting like Usopp as a kid wasn't a little, a little annoying, man. You know, anybody want to take that, man. And he was always lying. He was doing too much, man.
That was the point, Hawk. He was a child at
Imagine
one point.
saying, you know what? I can't take you. Mad annoying.
Hey, this little kid annoying. You gotta go, man.
See, but you saying that though, but they also took Buggy though. Like, so they had Buggy as an intern, but he just like, you know what? Buggy over you. I'm saying it.
Yo, I'm gonna pass it to you, Rice. Rice, who you feel like's the worst dad in One Piece, man?
I'm not gonna lie. That nigga Dragon kind of up there.
I love how you said it.
Nigga Dragon kind of up there.
Time out.
I'm sorry. Save me one time out my whole life and not make up and never call it again. Like, come on.
Time out.
He saved me one time.
One time out on the play.
It's done more than Yasop though.
I was just about to say, sound like more than Yasop to me.
Hold up though, like what's up,
It is more than Yasop.
Said, go to your abusive grandfather. Go get trained by your abusive
dad. He left him with his abusive dad. Yeah.
Wait, so
knew your dad was gonna throw your son in the woods. He probably did it to you.
I'm pretty sure.
A bit of ravine too.
Yeah. Like Yasop left Usopp with nothing, but at least Dragon left Luffy with like a demon. God Damn.
So, but Luffy didn't even know who he was. I think when Garp told him, he was like, I have a dad.
At least Usopp knows he has a dad.
Hawk, did you have something to say, Hawk?
I just gotta disagree, man. You know, I think I think Roger, Dragon, and Garp are all in the same category, where they gave their kid to somebody else to take care of. You know, Goldie Roger gave his kid to Garp. Garp put him in gave it to the bandits to take care of him.
You hear that line though?
Gave it to the bandits. I mean, were they bandits? I can't remember. The village. I can't remember.
They were bandits.
They were bandits. Yeah. So
they were criminals and became criminals.
Hey.
and then Garp's confused why they became pirates instead of Marines. Come on, son.
Don't forget Dragon's greatest sin now, because even though he abandoned Luffy, he took Luffy's mans though. He took Luffy's mans with him and brought him greatness.
Yo, that's
I didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah.
So don't forget that he always was like, I like your best friend though. Bring him on.
Yo.
That's true. My man Sabo.
Thank you, Hoodie.
Yo, that's bad trash.
Hey, maybe at that point he's like, you know what? I do regret not having a son. Let me take this little man in.
Damn, I wish I had a blonde kid. You'll do.
I wish my kid was blonde.
Yo.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yo, Zay, who you falling on for? Who falling on that blade as the worst dad in your opinion?
I honestly, I think it's Judge, but Kaido's coming. The more backstories I just hear about Kaido, the worse of a dad he becomes. I don't want to spoil nothing, so I'm not going to. But he just gets worse and worse, and there's a reason why, of course. But Judge, he's experimenting on his kids in utero and then throwing away the kids that he doesn't work. Like that's OD. And then on top of that, he didn't even want to kill Sanji. He's like, I don't even care about you, man. Just leave, bro. Like, just get the fuck out. Don't use my name either. Don't use my name again. And then later in life,
like that.
Comes back to use his name. That's some disrespectful shit. Like, you're trash until I need you.
Do that have a name? The ones where like they leave, but then when their sons get famous, they come back like gold digger dads or some shit.
It's called deadbeats.
Deadbeats and shit. LT.
Deadbeat. That's exactly what it's called.
Super deadbeats. Like,
Judge would have been a better father if he left.
Not a better one.
No, the only thing that makes him a good dad is that he left his kid. All right.
Like shit. Like,
fair point.
We gotta ask why Oda hate moms too. Like, shorties die off and just never get brought up. Like,
I mean, that's an anime problem though. Like, you could probably count on your fingers the moms that be mattering in the stories, not just there. I mean, like mattering.
Matter.
Yeah.
Don's dad is the worst. Yeah, all of them got horrible dads. Really, just Jesus Christ. Like, what's face? What was I thinking about just now? I was thinking about something. But Hoodie, I'm gonna throw it to you. Who you got?
Like, I think maybe Yasop like brought up like once or twice with the crew, like, hey yo, my son, he be doing shit. I don't know. But like of this listing, I'm gonna say Dragon the problem, because like your dad's a problem when even if you say, yeah, my dad so and so, everybody hates you. That's a problem. Your clout shouldn't kill your son. I'ma also say Roger too, because like that's just wild. If your son hates you so much, he just rejects your whole name. So I'm gonna say Roger or Dragon.
So you definitely did something wrong, and Roger, like, even though we know Roger's circumstance, you know you did something wrong when your son still don't claim you and like, you know, hate your name, hate his own name. So
yo, when your shawty gotta hold the pregnancy for like 18 months,
that's what I was
some unscientific shit because your clout so bad, that's a problem.
That's a good point. I forgot that Roger's fame killed his wife too.
Yeah, like I get the streets calling your name, my guy, but
what? Are we watching different anime out here?
Their families.
That woman that woman would have been 1,000 times better if she ain't let that fame go to her head. She was like, oh, the Pirate King. Of course I'm gonna let him go ASAP Rocky and this stuff, boy. Like,
that man left his ship just to impregnate a girl. He was like, I need to make a son. And she was I'm with it.
Roger was like, I ain't going out like this, not without air.
Plus, like, isn't Roger's sword? What's the name of Roger's sword? Is it Ace? So what came first?
After his damn sword.
What comes first? Did he name his sword after his son,
the sword
or his son
already
after his sword?
The sword had the
son after his sword.
Come on, son.
That's like your gangster had the Glock. Hey, yo, this is my favorite Glock, bruh. I'm gonna name my son Glock, yeah? That shit tight. All right, shawty, have fun with the pregnancy. Gang shit.
About to go die.
I don't agree with that point.
How you feel about it, huh?
The world government made Roger always look like the bad guy. They shrouded him in secrecy. They removed changed his name to Gold, so people wouldn't know his name was actually Gold D. Roger. He couldn't, bear the kid. I think he was already going to die anyway of sickness.
Yeah.
You got to think about it. I mean, that man knew so much where the world government wanted to end any trace of him, because possibly with his, I think maybe he thought having a son would have carried Joy Boy's will to his son, since he missed the timeline, since he missed the period. He was too early. So I think maybe he was hoping that his child could have carried on his legacy. I never understood why Ace had so much hatred towards Goldie Rogers, because he was going to die anyway. Unfortunately, the government wanted all traces of his bloodline killed and exterminated too. So I don't know.
I think Ace had got bullied. I think they said something like they talk shit about him for being the son of a pirate or something like that. But like, all I'm saying is, even if you got some anime terminal illness and you like spend time with my family, I'm gonna do one last ride with the boys. If you can bring baby Shanks and Buggy along, you can bring your kid. Odin had his kid on that damn ship, and he ain't say pull over
on the ship.
He kept that damn baby with the crew.
Both kids, yeah.
While they were doing gang shit. So it's away.
That was when he got back though, right?
Yeah, that
was way out there.
Yeah.
Then he had a baby on.
No, he had both kids on the ship.
No, I'm talking about Ace, because after they came back from the trip, he disbanded the crew, and then that's when he had his own journey.
Yeah, he impregnated Shawty before he went to die, I believe.
But he never left a note for Ace or nothing. If he knew he
was
a
believe
pirate,
in it, bro.
He was like, no, I don't need no correspondence with my kid. Don't leave a note or nothing. Like,
hey, yo, my legacy, the word around town, my G, what you hear about me in the streets, that's my note to you, my guy. Be the realist.
No way.
Be the real one.
Like, that's enough. I did my part.
I am the hype.
I'd be like, I know my dad was an asshole because this is what he did to me. He didn't even leave me no instructions or nothing to save the world. Just said, do it.
When your name fit in the streets like mine, you don't need a memoir, my guy. Like,
before we move on from this topic, though, if that man Weevil turned out to be Whitebeard's son, put Whitebeard all the way at the bottom. Put Whitebeard all the way at the bottom and Weevil his kid.
I agree.
Because that's trash.
Trash, yeah, no. Have a whole crew full of sons in this.
Exactly. Exactly.
Go clean up your sperm, Whitebeard. What you doing, boy? Axan Morgan. He's the only one who's worse than Yasai, because he actively tried to murder his son Himnepo.
His son was trash
at the beginning of the exactly, but he a trash man. Everything about him was trash. He's literally the only other one I can say, because I don't think any of these guys actively tried to kill their spawn. So at least they got that. Even Yasop dirt ass got that over Axan Morgan. And of course I remember him because he's from part 1. So that just kind of makes sense to me. All right, that being said, we're gonna jump into the next one, all that fun stuff. So right now we're about to do a segment I like. It's called Trash Ass or Class. So for this one, we're gonna go through three characters from One Piece from throughout the whole history. And I'm just gonna go around everybody for a quick little thing. It's either you're gonna say these characters are trash, ass, or class. Class being they are of the highest quality, they are great characters, and it was a godsend that Goda himself put them in One Piece. Or you're gonna say they're ass, as in they're just bad. It's just like, they didn't achieve what they were going for. And then we got trash. Oh, no, excuse me. Trash, that's trash. So trash is they're bad characters. You don't like them. They could be better. Ass is you completely hate them, missed the mark with this one. Like, why they even bring them into the series? So we got class, trash, ass. That being said, let me serve up the first person for y'all. which picture should I use? I'm gonna use this one. We have Miss. How do you pronounce her first name? Is it Charlotte? Charlotte Puddin.
Yeah.
Charlotte Puddin. We was introduced to Puddin here in the Whole Cake arc. If you don't know, she is the 30th to 1500th child of Big Mom. I don't remember which number she is. Let's say 34. She's the 34th child, 16th daughter maybe of Big Mom. I think she pumped out like what 50, 100 kids now. Like goddamn, too many, boy.
Like 80, I thought.
Yeah,
too many, boy.
35th daughter, 76th child.
So if you don't remember Puddin, she is one of the daughters of Big Mom. She was the bride to be for Sanji in the Whole Cake Island arc. She started off a nice girl. She even helped Luffy and the crew out. Was going to bring Sanji to him, all that fun stuff. And then the big twist happened. She's dirt. Like, she's ultimate dirt, my guy. Apparently, turns out she has a devil fruit power where she can literally alter your memories. That's some scary shit if you think about it, boy. Like, the shit you thought could be, and you don't know. There's no way to know unless she tells you if somebody's seen that shit. Like Sanji, deadass just seen her altering his sister Reiju's memory, and Shawty's sadistic as fuck. Because she was born with a third eye. That has nothing to do with her devil fruit, by the way. That's how she was born. She was born with a third eye. She got bullied for it relentlessly. Even her mother told her to grow out the bangs you see in this picture just so she can cover up her disgusting third eye. That came from her own mother. And throughout all of that bullying and shit, she became sadistic, started enjoying inflicting pain on people. You know how anime tropes go, man. I ain't gotta tell you. So with that all being said, she kind of did come around to it. And so towards the end of the arc, she became flippy floppy after Sanji revealed she's beautiful no matter what, because all she needed was a good One Direction song in her life, apparently. You don't know you're beautiful, head ass. So after that, now she has this flip-floppy thing with Sanji where she wants to kill him, but she also loves him because he loved her. And she actually helped them get off the island, I believe, by making the big cake for Big Mom to eat. So with that being said, we're going to throw it over to you first, Hoodie. How you feeling about Puddin? She trash, she ass, or at the end of the day, did she wrap it all up and make it class? What is it?
Trash. Because I'm gonna say trash. Like on one hand, she loves Sanji. Not a lot of hoes do. On the other hand, though, I don't fuck with memory replacement. And like, I'm trying to remember. Wasn't her direct sister Shawty from Thriller Bark?
Yeah, Lola and her twin are direct sisters. Yeah. Right,
and like she was trash to, I think that Big Pound's her dad, right? I'm
not sure about that one.
No, Pound's the twins' dad.
Okay, right. All right, cool. But no, I'm gonna say trash just because like anybody from Big Mom's crew, I'm not gonna put like any friendship on. That's a horrible, toxic household. Toxic. I'm glad she helped, but I'm gonna put her in the trash category. Like, if she ever come back, I would want it to be like an epilogue thing. There's no reason to bring her back though.
Is that how you really feel about it? Hawk, we're gonna throw it to you. How you feeling about Puddin?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same as City. I don't really got two opinions. I mean, yes, she did what she did because she was kind of, indoctrinated to things like that, and that's just how she was brought up. Nasty household. She gonna be nasty to try to become mom's favorite. Everybody wants to be Big Mom's favorite child. So, hey, she was doing just what she thought she was right. And then towards the end, when she met the Straw Hats, as they always are, kind of changing people's way, and she was trying to break it, but she ended up, did coming through and for the Straw Hats. But at the end of the day, he part of the Big Mom Pirates.
So she's trash, so she's trash just off that. I hear a lot of judgment in y'all voices, by the way. Okay, now that we're done with the sexist, Zay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it to you. How you feel about Puddin?
She's a very complex character. Like they said before, like I really understand all of her evil part, and I kind of like her for it. Kind of makes her a little unique. I wouldn't say she's class. I wouldn't make her ass. So I'm gonna have to put her in the upper trash, I guess.
Upper trash.
Just because, like, she also like I think by the end of the arc, she's really like she's very helpful. She probably helps the Straw Hats the most. Like helps Sanji with the cake or setting like up an area for him to even do it. She kind of took control, got them through the woods again. You know, so she made up for her character. Right. But you know, she's a little young, and I think her and Sanji would be good together later on in her life. Because
I didn't even think about the age.
Yeah, she's really young to be married. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm getting tired of these fucking age disparities with the anime, bro. This shit's horrific. Oh my god. So anybody got an opinion that's not trash? I'll take an ass or a class. But if it's trash, then that's cool. We'll just move on to the next one. Rice. What trash? Joel, what you got?
She stole a boy. She stole a kiss from my boy. But that's all I gotta say.
Nah, that's not.
I mean, I had her in ass because I thought we had to put like one of them in each category. You know.
Okay.
You belong wherever your heart put her.
My heart says just trash. Like I don't hate her. You know, she was definitely really conniving with all the stuff she was pulling in Whole Cake Island. But you know, when we learned her backstory and her the trauma that she had, I mean, it made sense. But like she would just do like flip floppy. It was just a little too much for me. I
get that.
Yeah, but you know, she might be more relevant later because of her third eye, because you know she is able to read the poneglyphs, right?
Or she should do.
That will be her awakening. She doesn't yet. But yeah, Big Mom said that is her awakening, so she needs to. That's another reason she keeps hating on her daughter. It's like, oh, you got your awakening yet? No. What the fuck you doing in my room, shawty? So that is her. Yeah, that is actually.
You're gonna let a cannibal talk to you like that? That's just wild.
Not a cannibal.
Wild.
Like shit.
My mama's huge. She's a
cannibal.
Like I'm definitely. I don't need to see that to know she's a cannibal, bro.
She's 8 people. That's not a question.
8 people and the park bench. Like, come on, bro.
Still do it again.
God, he's a fucking weirdo, but I'm gonna be the only outlier here because I'm gonna put.
You always defend problematic people,
there you go. It's not problematic, and that's the problem with y'all. Y'all don't understand character development, but that's all right. Your boy House here to help everybody. So I'm gonna put her in class because everybody know it ain't about where you're going, it's about the journey, my guy. So all I know is it's like this. If you were born into trash and you were surrounded by a trash family, it is understandable that you yourself become trash. It's not excusable, but it's understandable. And then when somebody class come along like Sanji and change your whole perspective on life, and you make the active choice to start the path to class, you're fucking class in my book. That flippy floppy shit, that's just her quirky personality. Everybody needs some type of little quirkiness to their personality, and it's One Piece, of course. But the fact that she doesn't choose to be trash anymore is what makes her class. So I'm
that's true. She's making herself better.
Exactly.
That's true.
Only because a good person complimented her. Like, let Blackbeard call her thick and shit. She be all over him. It's just it's whatever, bro. Like, Shawty had the compliment was the first thing to steer her, though. I'm just saying.
If it could have been, it would have been, but it is what it is. So, like, with that being said, we're going to move on to the next person. So my next person, a little more controversial, in my eyes anyway. I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to your boy, Sengoku, ex-Fleet Admiral. Ex-Fleet Admiral, ex-Fleet Commander, Sengoku. My man is officially retired, and kind of not retired. He still helps out, and you know he'll still get his hands dirty if he needs to. If you don't know much about Sengoku, his first prominent role in the show was during the Paramount War arc, when Whitebeard came to, of course, stop his favorite son's assassination, his favorite son's execution, Ace. Sengoku was right there at the top, leading the charge by not even stepping foot off the goddamn the platform the whole time. Because when you're a G, you make G moves. I don't know how else to put it. I think his epithet is Buddha. It's like something Buddha Sengoku, because obviously that's his devil fruit power. That shit's fucking insane. I don't think we've seen even the full extent of it yet. I feel like he is going to be coming forth in the future. I'm gonna leave it vague for now, because when I say my piece, I'm gonna make it make sense. But until then, we're gonna throw it on over to Zay. How you feel about Sengoku, Zay?
Let's
say Sengoku.
It's a class for me. He's a class, he's an upper tier character.
I thought that was gonna be what it is.
He shows what the Marines used to be, and it's a great comparison to what the Marines are now when you look at what Akainu is doing in the new term. But Sengoku is like the last of his old era, like Whitebeard, Roger. So it gives you a good look, and that's what I like about Sengoku. Like I don't think he's going to be very relevant going forward just because he is in that older era and it's not about them anymore. It's about the next gen. So I do put him in class, especially because he's mellowed out a lot since retiring. In Dressrosa, he was like kind of like one of my favorite characters of that wrap-up Dressrosa mini couple episodes there were.
Right.
Just because he spoke to Law. So he knows a lot. Oh, and he was also the person that told us Roger and Whitebeard's bounties. Like in in between one of the acts of Wano.
Right. One of those little giants.
Class
information types. Exactly. Oh, word up. All right, class. The class for Sengoku. That's one class. All right, I feel you. Riceboii, I'm gonna throw it to you real quick. How you feeling about it?
I'm not gonna lie, I put Sengoku as class because like the role he's in now, I'm sorry, I love this like role in anime as like the old wise guy that can still whoop you if it need to be. Like I love that role. You know? I put him in the same category as Rayleigh and Garth. It's just like leave them alone, let them do their business. They're gonna tell you when you're doing wrong, man. Come to them if you need help. They ain't gonna help you, but they're gonna tell you a good story that might come true. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that one. Joel, I'm gonna throw it to you, man. How you feeling about Sengoku?
So Sengoku, the main thing I just love is Doku power. Like it just looks so fucking cool. Like it's just, I think it's
bad.
It's a class. He's a class level for me. And you know he's one of the old dudes, super wise. But you know I can't forget that he's an op. I can't forget.
Let's go. Thank you.
Man.
I'm leaving a little bit more to trash because of that. But I do like him.
If he cut a piece of my man off and feed a country for a year, boy. Like so which one you gonna go with? Like you like him, but it's trash, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that trash. That's a big difference. You know.
That's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
He brought up the first one. And with that being said, I'm gonna throw mine out right quick. I'll be honest with you. It's some things in the Sengoku background he don't want y'all to know about. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it like this. He's ass. Yeah, that's right. I said it. He ass. Is he a great character? Who the fuck knows? Just like Rice was saying, he's just one of those older characters who can throw down if need be. And he did like one little punch during the war that fucked up the whole gondola and shit because Luffy was getting too close. That shit was funny though. He's like, boy, did you forget I was here? Luffy's literally on the platform unlocking Ace's thing. Sengoku's literally dead ass standing right next to him. And he's like, oh my God, this man got the audacity, the nerve. Went gold boot on his ass, broke the whole thing. So that was cool. But like Joel said, you gotta remember, this man is the ops. I feel like a lot of people don't remember that a lot when it comes to Marines. They're with the world government. You know that dirt shit that be happening with like slaves and shit? The Marines stand for that. Not only stand for that, they uphold it. If you freaking out, what happened? If you assault one of the crystal dragons, they running on you and your family. And Sengoku here, he orders most of that. And I'm gonna put a cherry on top for y'all, because I said this the last 2 episodes. I'm at the end of Enies Lobby, and I found out something. That's why I love rewatching One Piece. I found out something that I didn't notice the first time. Ohara. If you do not know, the Buster Call is only given to admirals. So when CP9 niggas have it, they get it from an admiral. Spandam got it from Aokiji. Spandam's dad, when Ohara happened 20 something years ago, who did his dad get it from? The current admiral sent fucking Goku. I understand you can't control the juice when you give it to somebody, but you can control who you give the juice to. And everybody knows Spandam and his pappy dirt as fuck. and
I don't.
and they stand for that. Is what I'm telling you. That's
It
what
was
I'm
a
saying.
world government sanctioned thing. It was above Sengoku's head.
Hey,
He
no,
had to give him that. Like
he didn't have to give him
Homie
shit.
was doing his job. He had to give him the little button.
his
The
job.
button is
Like,
issued
come on.
to admirals only. The admirals choose what they do with it.
I hate to say it, O'Hara knew they were doing illegal shit, and they got
So they-
caught.
Isaac, you right.
He
You
had
right.
to go.
Say that.
They have to die, but like it's called the void century. Read
It's a-
something current.
It's a rule.
Look at
It's
all
a
of
rule.
This
other
man
than this
didn't
one
say
little
that.
section.
He said, y'all should have
Like,
complied.
come on.
Y'all should
Leave
have
it alone.
You heard it here
And they were-
first. Zay likes
heard
genocide.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying it was good. They
My
knew they were
man-
doing something illegal, and Sengoku was doing his job. That's like
My
the one
man's-
thing he's paid to do.
My
You
man
can't
Zay
let
would
him-
take a homeless father who's trying to feed his kids off the street for loitering.
They're not supposed to be there. No.
Sorry,
He said
sir, you can't be
loitering,
on this
nah.
side of the road. But this the side
No,
where they
no,
give
no.
me money. This niggas ain't pull out a gun. Get on the other side of the road, sir. Like, come on, son.
Hey,
No,
go,
no,
like,
no,
where you get
no.
that chicken from? Stole it from
No.
McDonald's?
I bet.
What you doing with
Fuck
that
that
food,
big
boy?
chicken, nigga.
I know you ain't paid for that shit.
Yeah, bro, man. It's like,
Whatever, bro.
I'm sorry, but yeah, most Marines really get that, and we'll get more on Marines at another time. Who didn't? Who else? I forgot who I didn't throw it to on Sengoku yet. Hoodie, I didn't throw it to you, right?
Yeah. I'll like he on one hand, he is the ops, but he the ops we know. And let's be clear, if he was really truly dirt, he would have got Garp for harboring criminals. Garp was fucking bullshitting during the war. He ain't do his job. Like, not to mention, like, I hate him because he left and he let Akainu run the show. And I feel like if you got eyes and ears, you know Akainu is like a problem. You know you should be around for that. So I'm gonna say trash because he know things. He was like the enemy, you know, basically. Like, I feel like you could, like with Shanks when he came through, if Akainu was in charge during the war, they'd have kept fighting until every last man was dead. So, like, he's much more,
because he is dirt.
he's
Sengoku's
much
dirt,
more
that's why.
negotiable.
All
But
I-
at the same time, though, you let a pirate tell you to stop the war. So, like,
That's saying pirates meeting Gorosei members like they like.
yeah, like I don't.
Yo,
Shanks might have some power we don't know about.
just
I-
to dispute,
he might
just
be with the Celestial Dragons.
Hoodie, to dispute your whole little thing by him, he would have capped Garp. The picture speaks for it, my nigga. You don't put your boy in jail. That's not how it goes. So obviously he's not going to put. This is drinking buddy.
But like,
This
if you're
is
gonna get
800
mad that
grand.
he pushing the Gorosei and Emu as well out there, you gotta be mad that he letting Garp, who family is ops as well. Pirates ain't good. Nigga. You don't let your child grow up to be a pirate.
He's
So
trash,
like,
is what I'm saying.
so like either way, he turning a blind eye to everybody. Like,
hey, it is
like-
what it is, I guess.
Dangerous man in the world, and I'm still letting you out here be free.
Yeah, like I'm gonna put him as trash. Like he's I like his moral side, but he should pick a side. And he rarely does.
We'll see. All the lines are getting drawn in the sand now. We're gonna see how it all plays out. Hawk, hit me. Hold on, wait. Did I go? Who didn't I do yet? Was it you? Did I do you, Hawk? Or yeah, I did, Joel. So Hawk, go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of agree with everybody saying. I'll just say I always like to give respect to the admirals back in the day, because the admiral, now is always the conversation, admirals versus Yonko, who will win, because we don't know, we don't see them fight. But the admirals back in the day, they were in the streets.
In the streets.
Always toe to toe with the Yonko every day. Garp and
true.
Goldie Roger fighting all the time. Them fighting Shiki and Rocks all the time. Now they just sit up and just wait, or go attack the supernovas, and so I always like to give credit to the admirals back in the day. They were the world government, but would you have someone like Sengoku as a fleet admiral, or like we got now? I think everybody say I'll probably take. It's always like the better evil, or the better evil. Which one you would take?
Exactly.
The best of two evils. I get that. Yeah, and And that does make sense. I like that. Just that one point you made where it's like they were actually doing shit. Back in the day, they was running into niggas. Like it was always a stalemate or something, but they were running on people. Like the most I've ever seen of that is they sent Kizaru because of course the Celestial Dragon was in trouble, so they sent Kizaru for that. Aokiji literally went, found Luffy and them, did nothing. What am I thinking about when they did the Buster Call? Basically, oh yeah, and even after time skip, we still haven't seen Green Bull and Fujitora. He was at Dressrosa. He did do something, but then he did nothing. These Marines are very fucking.
He also disrespected the Marines as well. Fujitora. And like, right. You gotta hate him, but Akainu do his job, man. I mean, pirates is bad. That's all I gotta say.
Not all pirates.
Not all pirates.
What is this? That's like saying not all terrorists.
No, you got like the black. You got the Blackbeard, the Beast Pirates, and the Big Mom Pirates. Bad. Right. And then you got the Straw Hats, the Heart Pirates, who are just, I guess, just a bunch of scientists in a submarine.
Like this bullshit.
Law is definitely a problem. I know Law did dirt shit.
Straw Hats are adventurers, not pirates. Fucking the Heart Pirates are fucking Doctors Without Borders. Get out of here, bro. Like,
what? The Kid Pirates are true pirates.
What?
Literally.
The Heart Pirates.
Kid Pirate, yeah, Kid Pirates.
The
Kid Pirates are real pirates.
They're just a bunch of surgeons.
First of all, we don't even know what he did at the Rocky Fort incident, and then what Law was doing.
Captured 100 pirate hearts.
But was it pirate hearts?
No, but they said Kobe fought somebody too in the Rocky Fort incident.
So
there was.
Yeah.
So
Kobe, Kobe didn't fight Law. I feel like they worked together because Law captured 100 pirate hearts, and that's how he got the warlord status. And Kobe was there, so they may have worked together.
he got a promotion, so we did something.
Right.
Yeah, I can definitely see them working together. I don't think he would have took on Law. He would have been sliced up with them boys.
I love Kobe, but I don't know about that one. And then let's move on to our third character. We got Cavendish, the beautiful, what is it? Something Prince, the beautiful Prince.
The beautiful Prince.
Yeah, he is the captain of the beautiful pirates. If you don't know, Cavendish was first introduced in the Dressrosa arc, one of the, if not the longest arc. Well, now we got Wano, I guess. But anyway, so he was introduced as originally a minor antagonist to Luffy and the Straw Hats, literally just because he got showed up by the worst generation. So he was literally carrying a grudge that only he was carrying. I feel like it's a name for that. I just can't think of it. I want to say Suge Knight, but that's not a thing. Anywho, my man was literally carrying hate in his heart from people who didn't even know his name. But since the 2-year time skip happened, he has himself become a super rookie. Him along with, I think, Barton Lomeo, and I think those are the only two confirmed.
He joined the fleet, right?
Exactly, I was going to get to that as well. And then after the Dressrosa arc had ended, he actually flipped sides because, of course, my man God Usopp saved everybody by having Candy scared and knocked out, turned everybody who was turned into a doll, which was everybody, back into a regular person. So obviously had to pay respects for that. So he no longer had beef with Luffy, and instead became the first captain of the first ship of the Grand Fleet, OT. So it's not even just he's one of the captains, he is the captain of the first ship. Yeah, so that's where we rely on Cavendish. Joel, I'm gonna throw it to you first, my guy. Where we landing on Cavendish? Trash, ass, or class?
For me, I'm gonna put Cavendish for class, honestly, because I just thought he was a hilarious character. Like his gags throughout the Dressrosa are pretty entertaining to me, and there's not really another character like him in the series, that I can really think of. And like the fact that like we got to see him fight a lot, the Coliseum, and all the community things he did from Bartolomeo, and he joined the Grand Fleet. I'm like, look, he's welcome to the family. He's welcome to the cookout. I appreciate him. That's fine.
All right. And yeah, and also, I forgot also, Cavendish has a split personality, which is his biggest quirk. His split personality is named Hakuba. We are not 100% sure who Hakuba is yet, but hopefully in the future we'll get a little bit more on him. But yeah, that's a whole weird thing whenever they're literally fighting for dominance over Cavendish's body. But we do know Cavendish is Cavendish, and Hakuba, in some form or way, is inheriting and possessing his body, is inside his body off some Jujutsu Ketsun shit, basically. With that being said, Joel, my guy, I know you got to head out, so we'll talk to you when we talk to you, my man. Thanks for coming through, for sure.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me on. It was fun as always, yo. Hope you all have a nice weekend.
See you, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, I have fun
cool.
to Cavendish.
All right, coolio. All right, so Hawk, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it to you, man. How you feeling about Cavendish? Lovely picture.
I put him in the class category mainly because when we first introduced his character, he only hated Luffy because he hates everybody else who comes into popularity. So that's the only reason I hated Luffy. He's like, oh, you're worst generation. All you popular pirates think y'all, the best.
Right. Think you the shit. Is it just me, or did he go mute? Or
I no longer hear you, Hawk.
Okay,
so it wasn't just me. Good. Here we go. All right.
Okay, there we go.
Go for it.
Yeah. What's her name? Rebecca?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was defending her, so Luffy was kind of impressed with him. And then Oda always has these ways of showing these hidden MVP in arcs, I always like to point to number one of my favorites is Crocodile and Marineford. First, trying to attack Whitebeard and fighting Luffy, and then at the end he ended up saving Luffy and Jinbei multiple times. Throughout the whole arc. So it's kind of like Cavendish was one of those hidden MVPs, first brought on as a potential antagonist, but the whole time was really, part of the crew in a hidden way. So definitely a class character for me.
No, yeah, I believe it. He definitely did make that transition seamlessly, and definitely an MVP to the point where he became the first ship captain. His old joint was the first ship captain. So I get that 100%. We're gonna throw it to you, Hoodie. How you feeling about Cavendish?
He's not one of my favorites of the characters in Dressrosa, but I'm gonna give him class because his issue was understandable, because that's how you gonna come after people like Luffy, Blackbeard, Kid, Kill, things like that. I get that. I also like the Hakuba thing, so I'm gonna give him class. And ultimately, if you can swallow your pride and join the Grand Fleet, I give you that.
True that. Let's see, no complaints here. Zay, we're gonna throw it to you. How you feeling about Cavendish? What's up with the look?
I think he's ass. I don't like his character.
God damn.
I think he's probably, in terms of characters that joined the fleet, I think he's the most selfish. And I don't really like he really only became a pirate because his kingdom kicked him out because he kept taking niggas' bitches, and he was disrespectful.
He was too popular.
He was too popular, and then as soon as he leaves his small pond, gets into the ocean and realizes who's some real popular figures, and he gets mad and tries to come after him. That's some bitch moves. It's some beta male shit. So it's okay. It's okay. He realized he's a beta male, and then went under Luffy. He's like, oh, that's a real popular man. Let me sign up under him, and he's hyping Luffy up. I like him for that. That's the only part I like about Cavendish. Is every time he does something, it just adds to Luffy's popularity because he's under Luffy.
Yeah, okay. I
don't know. I'm not a big Cavendish.
We could tell. But
I'm willing to sacrifice Cavendish in the final war.
I would sacrifice.
I give you that. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
He died. I would not. I'd be like, oh, good death. Right. Good job.
It takes a big man to recognize a bigger man swings a bigger dick. And that's what he did. I can't even fault him for that, right? So I'm gonna throw it to you. What you got on Cavendish?
I'm not gonna lie. When Cavendish was first introduced, he was kind of a trash character, but he's kind of grew on me. He's kind of class. I fuck with him. And then not only that, he's actually one of the real swordsmen we have in the series.
True.
So I gotta give him that. And then he also has his problems never go away. When he's awake, all the dudes hate him, but when he's asleep, everybody hates him too because he can't stop killing people. So he tried to leave, and guess what? He's still getting chased. So bro, I'm you know what? I I'm not even mad at this guy anymore. I act like that way too if girls was chasing me halfway across the world, leaving a hometown Iris just for me. So like, it's
a piece of that. Like I want to see, because we didn't get to see it. I would love to see him and Sanji interact for sure. I'd love to see that shit. That'd be fucking hilarious because you know all the bitches want him, but nobody fuck with Sanji like that. Like, that'd be the best if Nami and maybe even Robin, like, I'm not gonna lie,
Robin would never. Stop the Robin slander.
I was like, mostly Nami. It's like, it would be funny as hell. Nami like, I'm not gonna lie, but boy can get it. And then it's just Sanji just mad jealous right off the bat. That'd be some hilarious shit right there to me. So yeah, all right. Oh yeah, and then of course for me, shoot. To be honest, it's like Zay spoke truth to me just now. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, especially when you put it in real life terms like that, and it's like, oh, you like that beta male shit is just not appealing at all, bro. It's like it's what you hate about the world. To be honest with you, it's like niggas would come up with that type of attitude. But at the end of the day, what everybody else was saying was pretty real. I do like that you had something different to say about it those days. It reminds me of me. But yeah, for sure, I'm gonna put him in class because when he first got introduced, I hated him just for that beta male shit he was pulling. Like, oh, you niggas trying to take clout from me? Like, it's enough clout out here for everybody, baby boy. Like, I don't know why you acting the way you acting, but yeah, over time, he stuck up for Rebecca. Him and Bartolomeo's fucking comedy duo they got, it's fucking Sanji and Zoro levels, to be honest with you. The shit's hilarious, bro. And like, and then the whole crazy thing, split personality with Hakuba. I am actually interested to know, like, what's that about? Was that from birth? Was that a family curse? Is Hakuba someone from the past who did some weird shit and jumped into his body at a young age? Like, I really want to know a little more background about that. So Cavendish is definitely a character who interested and intrigued me, definitely. All right, and we're gonna go ahead get to the closing of today's episode. Let's see, I'm trying to see which picture I want to use. I only got the two. I'm gonna go with this one. So if you don't know, or if you're not even interested, I don't even know what to say to you at that point. But Bleach, one of the big three, gotta talk about it since we're talking about One Piece. If you don't know, the big three is One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. Since then, Bleach and Naruto have ended. Naruto Shippuden, all three have ended, went on to be wonderful and enjoyed by all. Of course, everybody know Naruto continued as Boruto, the next generation, whatever. Like, exactly, Zay, my feelings about it exactly. We're gonna talk about Boruto another time too, because that's definitely something I want to hear. I want to hear from people, and it's very funny because I actually forced myself to keep watching it. But you know, we'll get to that in another episode, maybe even next episode. But for today's episode, the long-awaited Bleach 1000 War arc, the final arc of Bleach. Bleach wrapped up, 2013 maybe a little after, a little before that. I don't remember what year. The manga wrapped up almost a decade ago, I'm pretty sure of. So Bleach has been done and over for a while now, and the anime, for whatever reason, stopped after the first or the Fullbring arc, which is right after the time skip. Horrible place to stop. Oh my god, I do not fuck with the Fullbring arc. Just saying that right now. But like Hoodie said, with the One Piece time skip, whoever is after the time skip, the first person after the time skip is going to get done dirt no matter what. And whether it be in how they get played by the main character or how their story goes about. That whole Fullbring arc for me was just So I'm so happy that they're actually bringing it back and ending it the right proper way, the way the anime ended with the 1000-year war arc. It's going to get into some crazy shit. We making Quincy's relevant again. I love the sound of it. I don't know if y'all ever read it. I actually read the first part back in the day, but then I fell off. So I actually never finished Bleach myself. And if you never watched it or anything, that's cool.
He kind of rushes the ending of the manga, I feel.
Like
just that last battle.
He does.
He does. So that's why I'm hoping that the anime fills in some stuff. Like I wouldn't mind, good old fashioned Bleach filler that it's half the show just to make the story blend better because he does rush it.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, if it's literally, if not a decade, almost a decade later, might as well go ahead and make it right.
Yeah, that final fight was some goof shit. So
it's pretty disappointing.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood this bit. Like, do it right if you're gonna do it after this long time. Just do it right.
Yep.
Like I feel 100%. Like so the final arc, it was actually announced like back in I think 2020, I think. And we finally got a trailer at the end of last year, and now the final the starting date for it is, we don't have an actual date, but the final arc is going to start in October of this year. So that is definitely something to look forward to, something excited about. I'm gonna throw it over to you, Hawk. Like, did you ever watch Bleach? Were you into it? Did you finish it? How you feel about Bleach?
Honestly, I never even gave it a chance. So I'll probably have no place with the conversation. So yeah, I didn't watch it. I kind of like mix up. I try to break from the shonen from time to time and go check out some other things as well. So that one just wasn't on my list. And I heard the anime was a little bit tougher to get into due to all the fillers. So when I was first starting out, I didn't want to deal with a lot of fillers because I had just finished Naruto and that was very annoying. So I broke from I started checking out shorter anime, and I just never got the chance to go back to it and check it out. So
it's funny to me because Naruto filler, from my experience anyway, is so well blended in that I could not tell, unless you read the manga, I could never tell what was filler in Naruto. Bleach, complete fucking opposite. They would literally stop in the middle of an arc and do some filler. And then the filler was so off-brand and off-key, you knew it was filler. So I do get that. Rice, you watch Bleach? No. My man's like, nah, I ain't fucking getting into that either, bro. Why? Because it's like, I'll tell you, it was one of the big three. Like, why'd you never get into it?
I'm not gonna lie. I got 2 episodes in, and I just didn't get into it. Like, the first episode was cool. And then second episode, I was like, I'm falling asleep.
Damn.
You gotta hear the black lady sing though. You ain't really watch it though until you hear her sing. That's when you know shit's real.
And it's really the first 2 seasons that are really like the good parts of Bleach. Those first 2 arcs. So once you get through that, you don't even need to do the Fullbringer. Honestly, I read the manga. Just skip Fullbringer, go straight to the 1,000-Year Blood War arc.
Like shit, ain't nobody worried about no damn Fullbringer. But yeah, dude, like if you get past the school day episodes, because I do feel you. If you get past the school day episodes, you're really gonna. Well, those first couple get you into the I want to say main characters, but come on, son. Like you see the picture behind me. Who worried about Chad? Like I love Chad, but who worried about Chad? Who worried about Orihime? Who worried about Uryu?
Chad was the most useless main character ever. Orihime did more work than him.
Jesus Christ. I love them. That's why I'm mad. I love them, but boy, oh boy. They Jesus. And then isn't Chad the one who got Ichigo mixed up with the Fullbring motherfuckers?
Yes.
Come on, son.
Because he's trying to figure out his thing.
Yeah, and he found out his power was a Fullbring power.
Right.
Come on, son.
Like Hollow / Fullbring.
Zay, how you feeling about it now that they're bringing it back to animating it now?
The only thing I'm excited for are 2 things. It's the Kenpachi versus Kenpachi fight, and I want my man Ichibe, the big the Zero Squad captain. That's my favorite. Like he's a really cool guy. He has a cool power system. When he goes up against the big bad, it was really cool. So I'm excited to see what they do with it because a lot of the ending Bleach attacks and sword concepts are very conceptual things that it was difficult to read in a manga format. That it was really made like, okay, once they have the money to animate this is gonna be fire. Like that's why I think he was rushing because he was like, this is better in the anime. And they just never did it. So I'm excited to see it, but I need them to fix it up a little bit.
It's going to be wonderful when they do. I just know it is, bro. Hoodie, how you feeling about the final arc?
I definitely agree with Zay, but I agree about it on the Quincy side. I feel like a lot of the Quincy's powers, especially the stronger, wilder ones, it was more more concepts I didn't really get across, and it translated to, oh, you think you strong? No, actually, I'm the stronger one, and it's that back and forth. But I'm also excited for the Bankais that we haven't seen get animated, like the ones, the true ones, or just the people that you didn't really get to see the fight, and then now in this war, everybody fights. So like definitely if y'all read it, Hawk and Rice, you'll see some people like, damn, they ain't never fight in this and this. In the final war, everybody gets off their ass. That is everybody. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely well appreciated. I know I can't wait. I'm gonna if I ever get around to reading it, there's a couple other things in my portfolio that I need to get to first. So I don't even know if I'm gonna finish reading it before I actually watch it. Same thing with Attack on Titan, actually. I need to actually jump into reading that before it finishes up. But yeah, I definitely encourage Rice and Hawk. I definitely super 100% encourage y'all to watch Bleach. It's like, it is definitely one of the finer ones. I definitely I understand if you got your portfolio, you get to it when you get to it, but it's definitely worth the watch. Like I said already, Rice, if you get past those school day episodes, believe me, bro, it's 100% worth it, bro. But I'm not gonna lie, I hate it when people say I have to watch a few episodes to get into anime. It's like, yo, bro, it should just be good. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So like, I understand if you don't. Right. Yeah. I still need to jump into Black Clover. And I hear, like, my biggest deterrent on that is that people keep saying it's like 7 or 8 episodes and then it'll get good after that.
Yeah, it took me about 3 watches, and then I really started to enjoy the storyline later, but it was tough because it's like I had to get into the world building, and I was like, man, it feels like I'm kind of like it felt like copying a little bit. Once they got the chance to build up the world, I was like, okay, it's cool. So
it's definitely fairy tale aspects of it, and
Naruto
and Naruto. But what really holds people back from Black Clover, I've heard, is the yelling. There's a lot of yelling in the very beginning, and it's not like cool anime yelling now. It's not like cool anime yelling. It's like really weird, like jokey yelling. Like it didn't need to be there, and it's just loud.
Yeah,
like the main characters like that. Yeah,
like you can't watch it in silence and people around you because they'll be like, "What the fuck is this man watching?"
Oh,
like
some weird shit. Okay,
yeah, like really.
Very excitable, very like, "Fuck yeah!" You want to win? Fuck yeah! Like that's his vibe.
Yummy.
I'm definitely gonna have to check that one then for sure. All right, and with that, what was up, Bob?
Oh, how many episodes is the final, the 1,000 word arc supposed to be? Is like 50, under 50, or?
Well, no, I'm not.
I don't think they said.
Right, yeah.
But the arc is long as hell, though. So, like,
it's gotta be.
It's to the point that it was so long. It's like a part 1 to part 2 type situation where they did it, shit happened, they had to revisit it. So, like, it should be a healthy episode order.
Right, that's why I was like, I only finished part 1 of the 1,000-year arc, and then I started the part 2, but I never finished it. Gotcha. So yeah, so it's like a part 1 or part 2 type deal. So it's good, chunky, lengthy, and it's nice. That's I can say confidently. And hopefully the anime, like Zay said, like the last fight is, it is what it is. Hopefully they expand upon it. I know. Like it's a good amount of stuff I hope they expand upon, and the concepts from manga to anime is going to bring it more to life, I believe in, for sure. So yeah, definitely recommend that if you haven't already watched it. With that being said, folks, that's pretty much the end of the episode for us today. We actually got a little good chunk of stuff happening in this episode, so that's always fun. We're just gonna round it through real quick, just do what we do. It's your boy House.
Riceboii Hawk, thanks for tuning in.
I'm a hoodie.
Riceboii.
Pirate King Zay.
Hey, what's up? And it's been a pleasure to have y'all on OP panel. Let's catch you on the next one. Peace.